Hey, good afternoon. I'm so glad you guys have joined me today. I am here today with Austin Gardiner, and it is really interesting because he's with GL Pools. And this is a second generation business. He's been in business for a very long time. But one of the things I'm going to have him explain to us is how do we clean our swimming pools and spas? And this is something we've never talked about on this show before because it's not something that as professional house cleaners we typically do. Now we get asked a lot of times by customers if we can like just clean out their pool or if they can show us how to do it, can we do it? Or can we clean out the hot tubs and things like that? And oftentimes house cleaners wanting to please the customer will say, well, sure, we can do that. And the answer is, let's stop and pause for just a second and find out the rest of the story. So today we have Austin Gardiner here with us today, and I'm hoping he's going to explain to us the realities of how to clean out a swimming pool and a spa. So please help me welcome Austin Gardiner. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much. How about yourself?
I'm very good, thank you. I want to highlight, and I'm going to bring you big here on the screen here for a second, because I want to highlight this amazing swimming pool that you have behind your head. I think that's one of the coolest pieces of artwork that I've ever seen. And for those of you that are listening to the podcast, it's a 5-piece canvas painting of a swimming pool that is crystal clear, and it's right behind Austin's head on the wall, and it looks amazing. There you go. That is so cool. Um,
Thank you very
so
much.
So I'm curious if you will tell us a little bit about GL Pools and how did you get into the pool cleaning business? Because that's a really important business for people with swimming pools.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd be happy to share that. I am second generation, like you mentioned. My father, his name's Phil Gardner. He's owned a pool service company here in San Diego for as soon as I could basically walk and had a day off from school, I'd be tagging along with my dad and learning the ropes. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed those early years. When I turned 18, I had a chance to start something of my own. So that's what I did in 2006.
And so you are in San Diego. So tell
Right.
me the scope of work, because I see on the truck that you have here that it also says repair and installation service. So this is more than just cleaning. Tell me a little bit about the scope of the business that you do and how that all works for, let's say, a homeowner or a B&B owner that has a swimming pool or a vacation rental owner or somebody like that.
As we can and as much expertise as we can. So cleaning is like one of the balls we're juggling, but there's so much more we need to be able to do to provide quality service and problem solving. Unfortunately, a pool doesn't just stay problem free forever. So when a problem does arise, like to help them move through those steps and to navigate those next steps. So there's a lot that can happen, and we want to be an advocate for them, make their equipment last longer. But when it does, their parts and tools, and they get right into the repair and diagnosis.
So if you keep a pool clean, does that prevent some of the stuff that will help or cause a pool to break down or fall apart?
It's a fantastic question, a very informed question. Yes, it does. Yeah, you can prevent a lot of these issues. Quite often, we find issues repair. A lot of times, it comes back to a service-related issue where we may have low flow. Pump basket got clogged with leaves. Well, that's a cleaning issue. Really, that basket should be emptied regularly. It should be inspected weekly. That's what our service technicians are trained to do. Comes out the pump. Well, now you're talking about a multi-thousand-dollar repair. So it's one of those things where you can step over dollars to save dimes. That expression sticks in my mind that if you don't pay for professional services or prioritize these maintenance tasks, you end up with much more